Sorry, I had to eat chicken nuggets. Nailed it. What's up? This is Dead Dodge Garage Live. Oh, my sister's here. A YouTuber is never late, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he is meant to. Shiver with anticipation. New hat. Same me. My drink does match, though, in case you were wondering. Hey, everybody, don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow along. Ring the bell. Do all the things. Comment down below. Add me as a beneficiary in your will. I think someone might have done that. Where's the Detroit? This is Dead Dodge Garage Live, by the way. We've done it again. The Detroit is exactly where you saw it last. It's still in that tanker truck. I need 2 days in a row, a Monday and a Tuesday, or a Thursday and a Friday, with 2 sets of hands at least, and clear skies. And as soon as that... Yes, I'm Jamie. This is Dead Dodge Garage. As soon as I have those things, we'll pull the Detroit. Looking forward to it. But believe it or not, it's not a priority. Squirrelitis is here. How's it going? George Brookins also loved the perky video. Thank you. Me too. Gary Hergert has to be up at 1 a.m. for work. Whoa, I just shook the entire universe. But he's still here. Just bought another car I don't need. He sent me this and said, 428 cubic inch cop car, do you revive Fords? Yes. For that, absolutely. I have done 3 Ford revivals over the years. Mind you, they were all 4 years ago, but yeah. That's right. The PBR. It's what's for dinner. McNugget Garage in the house. Look at that glorious bee body. Nice, nice. Good evening, Mid-South Lowballer. Thought I was late, but nope. Yes, Connor Burke, do not adjust your television set. I am, in fact, here. Almost live. Arriving with dramatic tension. Mostly Mopar is here, and I know from another comment from Mostly Mopar that he has like a 20-year-old or 19-year-old or something. I made an offhanded joke in today's video. No one ever asks how I'm doing. They just want to know about Perky. And that actually wasn't true. And I wasn't necessarily soliciting a bunch of, well, how are you doing, Jamie? Comments. But that's what I got. How do my eyebrows look, by the way? Yeah. Yeah. I trimmed it up. Tried to even it out a little bit. Yeah. Plymouth Plywood is early for once. Nice. What was that comment from you? It was really good, and I wanted to share it. Nope. I can't remember, but it was funny. In case you were wondering or concerned, the Perky video is doing great. It's number 2 out of 10. It's got 19,500 views as of right now. In the same 8-hour, 12-minute period, the Aspen video had 21,500. But the next best was like 1,500 behind the Perky video. So there you go. This week has been a good week for the YouTubes. Oh, I didn't bring up my second screen. I am screwing up here. It's because I was late. Oh, Tony's got Scott on. What? Oh, hang on. Hang on. Don't mind me. I'm slightly live streaming elsewhere. But I wanted to say, sup. Rad. Anyway. Here we go. Now we'll know what's happening. Live chat. There we go. Hey, don't forget to hit the Hit like on the stream because it does stuff for the thing with the deal. John Smith says, just shave the eyebrows and smear grease on. Cut out the middleman. Nice. I bet that's going to be a cat picture. Is it a cat picture? I bet it's a cat picture. Excuse me. It's a cat picture. Andrea Mills says, hey, Jamie, how's it going? It's going good. It's going pretty good. Oh, that was it. Yeah. Plymouth on Plywood said, I remember when an old timer at work or something like that taught me how to make a gasket with a ball peen hammer. He said, make a gasket as he threatened me with a ball peen hammer. That was it. Good stuff. Rabbit Transit J's in the house. How's it going? Enjoyed the revival video. Flame Ups brought back memories. Nice. Yeah. Still have a beard. There's some hair missing off here. I've been meaning to get a haircut all week, but ain't nobody got time for that. Perino's Garage is waving again from the great Chicagoland area. My dad was from there. Having a Miller High Life and a beef sandwich. Nice. I got a PBR and I just had some chicken nuggets. Delicious. Yeah, eyebrow. Just this one's crispy. Yeah. 131 of you out there. Thanks for dropping in. Scott from Cold War Motors is on with Uncle Tony right now. I just went and said hi to them. Patrick Radcliffe is here. How's the neck, Jamie? It's better. It is better. It's a lot better. It's not perfect. It's a little stiff in the mornings. Every now and again, I'll turn my head wrong and it reminds me that it's there, but it's way better. Hasn't been bugging me. DP Wheeler has been a member for 19 months. Dang. I am coming up on the time when I'm going to have to add a new color for 2-year members. Better hurry that up. Tanner's got a PBR sign in his shop, a PBR sticker on his car. PBR is the only beer to ever give him a hangover. He loves PBR. Interesting. Well, it's certainly one of the beers of all time. Dan Tupper's here. How's it going, Dan? Mostly Mopar. PBR was the first beer I ever tried. I was 5. Rad. My mom's here. She tried to be early, but no one was here. I said hi to Rabbit Transit J, right? I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did. Viking cats. I said hi to Alan, right? I must have. Had to have. Mitch's Law 1970s in the house. How's it going? Guns and Gears is here. Rob Fitch is finally cutting all his hair off. Wow. Well, there you go. Jimmy Baps. What's up, Jimmy Baps? An eminent front. It's an eminent front. So put on. Put on. I thought about going to a chiropractor, but then I didn't. 6 is here. How's it going, 6? Can't stay. Wanted to drop a like and show some love. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. Fleetwood John's here also. Spring temps tonight in Metro Detroit. Nice. It's definitely been spring here. The clouds were back the last handful of days, but did you see in today's Perky video, when I started it back on Monday? Well, it wasn't Monday that I started. It was Friday, last Friday. They did the intro. The sun was out, and then the next day I was filming, the sun was still out. By the end, it was getting cloudy, but still very nice. Andrea Mills said, get well soon, Perky. We miss you. Angela said, thank you for the Perky video update. Yes, you're welcome. Welcome. Squirrelitis says, St. Alan. Alan drove over here today and helped me push stupid crap around the driveway. Thank you, Alan. We are down. Ooh, I guess I could. I've teased this project in previous videos, just offhandedly. But Tom showed up today to take the parts 57 Dodge away. And he brought this. Wow, so purple. Camera won't focus on it, but anyway, nice. 1970 Dodge Coronet 440. Two-door hardtop. Pretty cool. Bill says, Google still wants a copy of my ID to join. Keep checking, they keep asking. Weird. Huh. Perino's Garage just became a member. Thank you. And welcome. Keith Smith prefers whiskey. I try to stay away from the serious business stuff. Yes, Rooster says, speaking of a new color badge, yes, he's the oldest member, 19 months. Yes, correct. I'm going to have to come up with another color by 2 years. Or did I? Did I already do one and I just don't remember? I don't know. We'll all find out together, probably. Gary said, best weather ever at the Portland Swap. Bought a ton of license plates and frames. Yep, that sounds correct. A Roadrunner horn and about 30 NOS trim pieces for Tom. Nice. Old iron. Someone slap him. Send him back to school. Hey. You bet, Perino's Garage. Yo. Wow. Jay's had 3 70 Coronets, 2 RTs, and a 500. Nice. Who's the oldest viewer? I don't remember if I predate Rooster or not. Avon is the oldest viewer. But you were pretty early. Mikey's Toys here. Jamie, how you doing? How you feeling? How's the family? I'm doing great. Busy. Feeling fine. Next better. How's the family? Good. And bigger. Good evening, Martin Adams. How's it going? Martin Adams emailed me yesterday because my friend Jeff that I bought the scamp from stopped in and visited him in Astoria. Ironically, I was in Astoria yesterday. I drove right by where they were twice, and Jeff's house twice. Yes, the purple Coronet made it to my place, finally. Bigger, got babies coming? No, we will not be having that problem. No, we have a 4-year-old niece with us now. Keith Smith, are you into tube hi-fi? You know, as you can see, I like making noise. I like tube amps. You can't see any of the tube amps right now, but let me count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 tube amps in here. But no, I've never been a hi-fi guy. I don't know why. I have a pair of studio monitors. They're crappy Behringers from 2009. And that's all the decent listening equipment I have. I should be into hi-fi, but I'm not. Ironclad Ranch and Forge. Hopefully Perky's interior isn't getting moldy with all that rain. No, Perky survived perfectly. Okay, there was a little bit of condensation that rained on the back package tray. It's not the original. It's like 2 pieces of white cardboard that he put back there. So there was already some staining on it. Now there's some dots on it as well. I'm just going to have to replace that. But that's it. No mold in that car. That car fared wonderfully over the winter. The Imperial, not so much. The 57, yeah, it's really bad. But Perky's fine. And now we finally have room to put Perky and the 57 in the shop. Now that the weather's changed. Supposed to rain the next 10 days? Is it? Don't tell me these things. Why are you being stupid? Why is Wi-Fi off? Next 3 days, and then dry 3 days, and then 2 days of rain. You know, it is still Grace Harbor after all. But, yeah. Oh, yeah, anyway, prefer whiskey. I don't drink real alcohol. Did I say that? I think I did. Chris Greenhill's work prevents him from participating much tonight. Just wanted to say hello and to tell Jamie that I expect my $600 car delivered to me ASAP. It was $500, but delivery in wherever you are is 6 times that. Might do it, with fuel being what it is. Rum and Coke, pinky up. Cheers. Cypher F is here. I don't think I said hi to him. How's it going? It's Mega Maid. She's gone to Plaid. They've gone to Plaid. Wait, hold on. Spaceball 1. Dang it! Ah. I mixed 2 quotes. It's not good. What the hell was that? Spaceball 1. They've gone to plaid. And I spit on the microphone. Perfect. That's not a tube amp. That is a Sears practice amp. Not a tube amp. Jeff Militich has been coming here for about 2 years. Nice. No, that's not a tube amp. I know what I'm doing. I looked at it. I know it's... Yeah, we're good. Hey, nose is itchy. Whew, excuse me. Yeah, Bill, but if it's raining where you are, it's probably raining here. This is kind of... Yeah. David's here. How's it going, David? Yeah, guns and... Yeah, exactly. Mega Maid! Dan's Garage is in the house. How's it going? Raymond Cabela's here. How's Jamie and family doing? We're doing good. Things are hectic. Spring break is ending today, so that's good. Nice 1959 Perky Plymouth Taxi video. Old Diesel Perkins, more of a longer-term project. Yeah, it's a big deal, but we're getting there. We're making progress. Yeah, it's an ancient Sears practice amp, like late 70s, early 80s, but it is transistor. Cypher F bought an 86 W100 on the 8th for my birthday. Probably a W150, which is funny because then Perino's Garage said, when will we see more W150? And mine's a W100. Working and posting a few of my own here today. Nice. I don't know. It's complicated, but I have been thinking I ought to be working on that again. Martin says there's PBR in the shop cooler. That makes sense. Keith Smith, second drink, and I'm feeling perky. Nice. Perky is one step closer. Yeah. I actually have some experience with Ford FE engines. Bill, speaking of trucks, did you see my latest pics? Yes. Yes, I did. It's looking too good. Mostly old parts is here. How's it going? Wow. Ironclad Ranch and Forge. I'm sitting here watching you and the Clint Eastwood movie Every Which Way But Loose at the same time. I missed the 70s. Word to that. Jebediah Curry said, well, I just finished watching the Aspen 318 video. Forcing that thing to live was one of the better YouTube videos I've seen in a while. Abaz said, thank you for that. Appreciate that. Peter and I thought it was a very good video. And the viewers do agree. It's doing pretty darn good for me. It's got almost 50,000 views now. Typically, my videos land in the 30,000 neighborhood, so 20 to 30. So I'm happy about that. I'm hoping it continues to grow. I did not expect that to happen. It was awesome. David said you had a good mix of Taki and Dewey with today's video. I'd love to see something Greasy Perkins. I thought so. I thought it was a little talking heavy, but we did do some important things. Abaz said, Jamie, could I get a taco? If I had one. No, if I had one, I'd eat it. Danger Mike, any A100 stuff coming up? I made some progress on the Hemi. I need to figure out a few things. One of the next things is the heads and the crank are going to the machine shop. I need my drive flange for the blower first. I ordered it from BDS. They have this deal where they calculate the shipping to you and then charge you after you order. So when you order, you're not actually paying. They won't ship it till they have the exact shipping, and that's fine. The thing said they would call within 24 hours to collect payment. They never called. So that's weird. They sent me an email confirmation that they would call, and they never called. So anyway, I guess I need to call BDS. Their website's a little Web 1.0. Dig Cougar Garage is confused. Is it a 100 or 150? So in the 60s and 70s, they were D100, 200, 300, W100, 200, 300. But 1970, is it 8 or 9? 78. D150 became a thing. It was a heavy half-ton, rated for ever so slightly more weight. My understanding is they did that because trucks rated for whatever weight they rated it for and up, were exempt from catalytic converters for 1978. Less stringent emission standards on trucks of heavier duty, whatever. So I think that's why they did it. Also, there was like an industry shift at that time because GM had C10, K10, or whatever letters. Ford had F100, 200, 300. They went to 150, 250. GM went to 1500, 2500, etc. But not at that same exact time for GM, at least. Anyway, the point is, the numbers started changing in the late 70s. So they still made 100s, and then there were 150s. That was 1978. And then I think 80, either 80 or 81 is when everything switched, and it was 150, 250, 350. I can't remember precisely. Probably 81. Probably. But anyway, there were D100 half-ton two-wheel drive trucks again in the 80s at some point. The Miser, the little cheapo pickups at D100. It's all very weird. Rob says, my 77 tin grill is a W150. Really? They did it in 77? Perino's Garage is 86 is the W150. Yep, but I had an 83 D100. Yes, those existed. But they were gone for, I think, 81, 82. Maybe even 80, 81, 82. And then they came back 83 to, I think it's 87. It might even be 88. They made D100s as well. But anyway, yeah. It's all very strange and nonsensical. Keith Smith, how's the family doing? Family's doing good. Yeah, man, senior are weird that way too. They'll where they bill you, but then they send you another bill, or they figure out the shipping. They tell you roughly what it'll be, but then add the shipping and then bill you. And you can have them call you or email you before they do it just to confirm that you're okay with their exorbitant shipping prices. But yeah, it's all very weird. Like, how do you not have this figured out? Conor Lake Havasu said, when you light yourself on fire, it's always good television. There you go. David, do you still have the 81 Challenger? No. Gone. Mid-South Lowballer bought it. He's in here. You can even, his picture is that car, if you can find him in the comments. Drove all the way home to Memphis, Tennessee. Boom, 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 boom. Jennings would be proud. I like to think so. We'll definitely be able to get that one to run. I wouldn't worry about that at all. There's a couple trees grown up through it here, but we'll get all that cut up loose. And we'll see if we can't just get this thing to crank. Was that a good Jennings? I don't know. I like that guy. Yeah, buffing the truck's the easy part. Replacing all the wiring? I'd rather do that. Keith Smith said, been watching your back catalog. Awesome stuff. Thank you. Appreciate that. Memorial Rifle Range says, welcome from Wyoming. Nice. Excuse me. David said, what was that Mitsubishi mid-80s, the Ram 50, D50? Excuse me. Excuse me again. Yeah, it's a Mitsubishi pickup. I'd like to have one of those. Okay, Old Iron. Yeah, see, we've been over this, and Old Iron knows it better than me. The second run of 100s went to 89. So I think it's 83 to 89 then. Oh, yeah, Jeff R. said, speaking of your blown Hemi A100, you should give the shirt you're wearing a better view and plug. I was going to do that, so good thinking. So I showed a couple test prints of this before. This is a Rooster designed shirt. If you can read it. I'm going to shrink the graphic just a little bit because it goes a little too far and it's hard to see. But other than that, I'm very happy with it. It says Going Ape in the Flying Banana, and obviously it is the Flying Banana. And on the back, it's got the thing, the Dead Dodge Garage logo. These will be released soon, like within the next week or two. So they're coming. And we're also, now that winter's over and it's like definitely spring, like it's the middle of April, this seems like a good time to introduce long sleeve tees and crew neck sweaters, right? Yeah. So we're going to do that too for the DDG logo and probably Scrap Pack as well. Scrap Pack merch is hot. Everybody loves Scrap Pack merch. And I get it. It's cool. I need to get more stickers myself. Now this old girl's been sitting for about 89 years. Well, we're definitely going to be able to get it fired up here. There's a little bit of rust in the top. The carburetor done corroded all the way off. Yeah. Jebediah Curry. Wish I could have spent the weekend working on my 78 Power Wagon, but I ended up working on many different small engines instead. On the weekends, I stay away from the garage as much as I possibly can. I try not to do car stuff at all. Yeah, right. That horribly rusty, destroyed, smashed CUDA that Jennings was doing is actually how I found him. And he got a good ways on it. I mean, it was starting to look like a whole car, but yeah. Pulled out of some valley of rocks. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, the reason I saw those videos and my favorite part about him was that he was calling out a commenter just in his very Jennings way, like, people are saying that this car is too rusty and there's no reason to fix that. That's not any big deal. We're going to save the roof structure. And meanwhile, there's a comment on screen that's saying, you're an idiot. That's a piece of garbage. It'll never drive again. Why the hell would you fix it? You know, that sort of thing. And he's just so positive and just crapping all over these people that don't understand. Yeah, it's really fun. Nice. Mega Mob Ass just tipped me $9.99. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. This is for the Jamie to Meet Jesse fund. Yeah, Atomic Era Motors. Right? Yeah, the guy with the hair. Come for the cars, stay for the hair. So if you didn't see his latest video from 2 days ago, before the video, I saw his... I think someone sent it to me. He was posting on Facebook about fixing up a turquoise, teal, whatever, seafoam green 1959 Plymouth four-door sedan. It's a Fury, but pretty much the identical twin to Perky, but a little crappier with a Poly V8. And yeah, he fixed it up, and I haven't finished this video yet because it's almost 3 hours long. So don't spoil the surprise for me, but I believe he made it home. Something about a 1,000-mile drive. But anyway, yeah, very cool. I would love to see Perky and his car together. I don't know how on earth we'd ever do that, but it'd be pretty neat. Anyway, Mega Mom Ass also said, thanks for the Perky update. It satiated my need for about 5 minutes. Well, thank you. Yes, coffee cups, mugs. Yes, they're coming. I test ordered the DDG logo one, and I'm doing a Perkins one with the, I read it to you before, the Limerick, the Perkins Limerick. I love it. There once was an engine named Perkins, subjected to terrible jerkins. With every cold start, it would sputter and fart and rattle its internal workings. Something like that. The coffee cups haven't shipped yet. It says they're printed, but they're sitting in a facility somewhere. So I'm not going to put them up for sale until I know that people will actually get them and they're good. So anyway, yes, coffee cups will be coming at some point. Perino's Garage said, had an 86 D50 2.6 liter 5-speed, worst transmission and clutch ever made. Pretty sure it's the same transmission and clutch that was used in the 81 Challenger, and actually really liked it. But maybe it's different. Maybe there's something wrong with yours. I don't know. Sent my siblings some pictures of Fern playing with a lightsaber. A blue lightsaber, and my brother Alex wrote back, I think she might need a red one. Nice. Conrad Cavasu was at Fall Fling last year in Van Nuys. Several people commented on my Scrap Pack t-shirt. I bet they did. That is the kind of thing. That has possible appeal beyond the channel. But anyway. Whoa. Friend Michael, who I'm supposed to do some work for, and I never have. I know I've mentioned I'm trying not to work on cars for anyone anymore, but that's not 100%. Anyway, he just sent me this. Sir Mix-a-Lot and a 71 Dart sedan. Oh, come on. Stupid camera. How do I know it's a 71? Tell me how I know it's a 71. Oh, it's smashed in the back. Yikes. The comment was, looks like an accountant drove this thing in the 60s. Anyway. Speak of the diesel and it shall appear. Yeah. Angela Racino. Jamie, why is Perky high pressure fuel pump are you trying to put in backwards? The replacement injection pump is designed to run on the other side of the engine that it came from. It is a possibly suitable replacement for the pump we have, and the idea from Area Diesel was to install it where the other one was, which is technically wrong for that pump, but it's what they have available that they think would be a good workable solution. So that's why, because it's designed to go on the other side of the engine, but it has to go on the left side of the engine. That was their idea, not my idea. Hopefully that makes sense. We need an injection pump that will fit there, that will mount there. Yeah. PB Blaster should sponsor Jennings. They should sponsor me. I mean, I don't want it, but yeah. Pendejo Bread is here. How's it going? DP Wheeler. Jamie just proved... spit everywhere. I apologize. That probably sounded gross. It felt gross. Jamie just proved how weird he is. He'd rather do wiring than buff a car. Any day. Is that Curious George? I don't know. Ask Rooster. Are we going to get sued for copyright infringement? The shirt already says Dodge on it. It's going to be fine. It does slightly resemble certain copyrighted works. That's a cat. I was worried there would not be enough cat pics. I am pleasantly surprised. That's funny. Anyway. Any hoozle. David wants a Dead Dodge Garage mug. Yep. They should be around sometime soon. Should have used a 340 Demon, not that four-door thing. Who? Sir Mix-a-Lot? Gary Hergert, are we doing the DDG Rocket meetup at the end of the month? I don't know. Perky needs a seafoam green lightsaber. Stephen Havens. Jamie, how hard would a tin grill swap be using the 80s core support and Nova headlight buckets? I don't know anything about using Nova headlight buckets, but the tin grill, the way I have done it, I showed in Ramp Truck Nose Job video. Ramp Truck Nose Job. Kitty. My cat, I don't know if likes belly rubs is the right phrase. Anyway, what I did was cut the headlight bucket areas out of a 78 core support, cut the factory buckets out of the later core support, and just self-tappered the 70s ones right on there. The metal is stamped the same. You could see exactly where they went. It was the easiest thing in the world. Didn't even bother welding. In case the positioning was off, I figured, I can fix it later. But it just as good as stock, which is not good. But yeah, anyway. The grill screws right onto the 80s red support. It matches the front lips of early or late fenders. the below grill filler piece is different. So you will want to change that. There you go. Grill should be the answer. Grill and side marker lights. Side markers are the same, 70 and 71. 72 is when they change. The font on the tailgate. Nice. Grill should be the answer. Correct. Yes. So, now here's the thing about that. I bet you guys know the difference between the 70 and 71 dart grill because so many of you said the grill. But go ahead and let me know what the difference between the 70 and 71 grill is. And what's really interesting about that is like some ridiculously high percentage of 70 darts have the 71 grill. I don't know why. Far as I know, no 70s, not swingers, not nothing, should have, not swinger 340s, should have the 71 style grill. But you see it all the time. It's almost more common to see a 71 grill on a 70 than it is to see a 70 grill. Laura Lee's dart, my dart, my old dart, all 70s, all with 71 grills. It's weird. It's very weird. Warghost. I was reading through my 67 Chrysler towing guide ad. According to Chrysler, the towing package was only optional with 318 or 383, not 440 for 67. Why? I don't know, and I didn't know that. Todd Denai was late, but he's here. Nice. Grill blackout. Yes, they black part of the grill out. Correct. 70 was the style to have a split grill like 70 Cornet. They both are the same grill, 70 and 71, and they're not split. They have a center divider that kind of sort of looks like a split grill, but it's not. That's vertical line. Yep, David knows. He used to own one. 70 is Argent Silver. 71 is black in the center. Probably old dealer replacements. The one on my 70 swinger was not done by a dealer. It was whoever put it on there. Well, I see what you're saying, but I'm pretty sure they're just used grills. Nice. Todd's planning to have the Marlin repainted by July 4th. Well, there you go. Josh Jesh is here. Josh has not been here for so many live streams. How's it going? Don't get your PBR and PB Blaster mixed up. Yikes. McLovin put up a link to the Discord. He also put up a link to the Dead Dodge Garage merch store. Please go there, buy early, buy often, and support the channel. And hit like on the stream, please, because it does something. Old Iron wants to know, do Tin Grill core supports rust in the Pacific Northwest? God, yes. Yes. The one on my Ram Charger was the first rotten one I'd ever seen. Seriously? I don't think I've ever seen one that wasn't a little rotten. 80s ones tend to be okay, but... Dude. The one on my black truck is just gone. It was gone 30 years ago. So bad. Oh. Okay, hang on. The neighbor's dog, who has moved from one neighbor's house to another neighbor's house, loves to come play in our backyard. So, and he loves to escape. It's his favorite thing to do. Evan says, I think there was insufficient cooling for a 440 to tow. Interesting. Yeah, like I say, I don't know anything about that. Coastal Auto Reaction, who has commented on like so many of my videos recently. I've got a question for you. My 88 W100, again, that should be a W150, has the TBI 5.2. Can I use an old school Torker 340 manifold to convert it to a 4-barrel? You can. Torker 340 has big ports. You really want a small port manifold like a Performer or a little Wyand. Those are the best for a 3-ting like that. I'm all about the Performer. I use them all the time. But yeah, the Torker 340 will work. It's just you're going to have a port mismatch and not in the direction you should accept. Memorial Rifle Range says 71 grills can time travel. That explains it. Bill said, is it an early production, late production thing like the amber turn signals, clear versus amber turn signals on 77A trucks? No, I don't think so. I think it's 70 to 71 difference. And did you know that the amber lights didn't actually show up till like February or March of 78? I always thought, I've discussed this before, maybe you did know that, but I always thought 77 clear, 78 amber, but no. Most of the 71 run was still clear. 78 run. I said the wrong thing. You know what I meant. I don't think he's in our yard this time. Steven Andrews is here, and he also knew the grill difference. Nice. Jeffrey Nunez is here. Hi, Jamie. Liked the Perky video. Liked riveting the timing chain block. I retired as an AMP mechanic last week. Nice. You know, I had a bunch of commenters talking about how I was riveting wrong. You're supposed to drive those from the backside, and you have the wrong tool. Well, okay, if you say so, but I did what the guy with the tools and the rivets told me to do, and when I was done, it looked exactly like what Perkins did, so I think what I did was right. Anyway, Pychris Burton. My parents, before I was born, had a 79 Volare wagon with a slant 6. Older sister ran out of oil and it seized. Yikes! Old Iron has noticed a lot of the 1980 trucks don't have the 1980 blackout. Consequently, they look like a 79. I didn't even... Is that actually a thing? That's not a 1980. I looked up 1980 Dodge truck and it showed me everything but a 1980. Is it the two sections are blacked out? What? This is ridiculous. Why are none of these 1980s? None of these are 1980s. Google doesn't know what 1980 Dodge trucks are. But shiny, 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 shiny. That one's black. Shiny, shiny, black. Right. Okay. That blackout. Supposed to go all the way across, or does it leave a center? I guess it goes all the way across. And that was all 1980s? I mean, here it is on a 1980 Power Wagon on a brochure, so obviously I just found that picture. That's what I'm looking at. Nice. Okay. Interesting. Well, that's good to know. So I told you Old Iron knows more about Dodge trucks than me. Tim Harper's here. Haven't seen that name in a while. How's it going? Yes, Coastal Auto Reaction. Your comments are showing up. I'm just slow. Nice. Josh actually had a bowl of PBR beer cheese soup earlier. Cheers. Incredible. That's hilarious. It was creepy. This guy's watching me. Memorial Rifle Range had a 71 Demon. Sadly, only slant with 3 on the tree. That's still cool. But I like mine better. Brian L. has to head out. Got to get out the door at 4:45 a.m. tomorrow. Excuse me. That's terrible. Had to stop in for some Jennings and Grill trivia. Good night from Manitoba. Thanks for being here. Pendejo Bread. If you look at the Dodge Dart on Wikipedia, there are 2 green 70s. My photo has the correct grill. The other one is wrong. Yeah, it's super common. Super common. If you Google 1970 Swinger 340, most of the ones you see will have a black grill. It's crazy. Yes, PBR has the ultimate informal wear. You know what's great? Oh, you can't quite see the stain. There is actually a stain on 2 stains on this hat. It was really cheap. Nice. Patrick Radcliffe sent me $5 and said, 20-year retired Navy airframe mechanic here. You did just fine riveting. Thank you. I had several comments that said exactly that same thing, and then a bunch of other people like, you're riveting backwards. You're doing it wrong. Why did he send you the wrong tool and the wrong rivets? And why is everything you do wrong and stupid? And why are you so dumb? But I appreciate the people who are like, right on. Mohawk62 in the house. How's it going, my man? What is up? Isn't Google great? Yeah. Better than pop riveting. Seriously. I thought about it. Huh. Coastal audio reaction. My 88 is for sure W100. Maybe because it's Canadian. Well, now that's interesting. So the little badge should say Power RAM 100. We're learning so much today. Wow. I wonder if that was a Canadian thing. Actually, a bunch of them popped up. Interesting. No, I don't want your stupid AI results. What's wrong with you? It's so funny, like, the more you learn, the more you think you know, the less you actually know. Basic RAM 100 models were reintroduced for 84, replacing the Miser trim level. Miser. RAM track shift on the fly. And it doesn't say specifically D100, so I guess they were both. Interesting. RAM 100 model designation was dropped. These models folded back into the 150 range for 1990 due to the sales success of the Dodge Dakota pickup. Okay, so it was through 89. And it was both two-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. Wow. Wikipedia says 1984 was the first year they were back. So, Old Iron, you better go correct Wikipedia. Rad. Overbuild Automotive's here. How's it going? Blah Blah's here also. Good few people hopping in. Isn't Google great? Used to be. David is out. See you later, David. Altered Carbons. Love the latest Perky video. When can we have another Perky video? Feel like it's been too long. You know what? I like that blue four-door taxi you got. That's not a taxi, but it is a blue four-door Plymouth Plaza cheapo model, and there is a video coming of that. When can we have another? I don't know. Nice! Stan Orcutt in a ramp truck shirt. Outstanding. There's more coming. When there is something to see, you will see it. Your comment that said, what will it be, another 2 years or something like that? Yes, of course, Memorial Rifle Range. When they had clear lenses, they had amber bulbs. Yeah. That was the same way back. Oof. Nice. We're taking bets on what Tom's fuel bill will be. I just calculated what my fuel bill would be if I had to go back to Northern California and pick up a Cordoba very soon. Greasebelly Garage says, that video was riveting. Jay Gerlach, since you have a tribute vehicle to Bill Maverick Golden, is there a Cricket or Colt tribute coming for Sucks and Martin? Well, probably not anytime soon. Oh, Kibby. Nice. Dodge Girl just posted up a Kibby. What, are you at a dance or something? Or a wedding? What am I looking at here? PSTU, which you're probably supposed to pronounce shoo, or I don't actually know. Can you talk about torquing down the front suspension and adjusting lower control arm torsion bar height after a full rebuild? Yeah. So, let's see. When I disassemble, I count the turns, and generally when I put it back together, I try to go back to the same number of turns. It's almost guaranteed to be wrong. because with new bushings, positions are going to change. Things are going to be funky. You do not want to torque down the lower arms, the pins, or the upper bushings, the upper arms, the cam bolts. Do any of these words make sense? Don't torque anything till you got vehicle weight on the thing and it's at ride height. Now you can snug things, but you kind of need the suspension settled to where it's going to be before you do your final torque. That is the idea. Oh, nice. And now on BBC Two, the penguin... Why is there a penguin on the television? And now the penguin on your television will explode. Whoa, my inner monologue was suddenly spoken words on YouTube. Ben Terry is late, but here. How's it going? Is there something going on out in the world? I only ask because the number of people here is less than usual, which is fine. If it works, was it really wrong? Exactly. Jaybird is venting in the comments. I hate old classics at the moment, and I'm over tracking down non-existent parts. Dude, right there with you on multiple fronts. Memorial Rifle Range says, I love your demon, Jamie. I have demon envy. You and a good few other people. Only 2 stains? Ain't even broken in yet. I can't talk anymore. I apologize. James Frank enjoyed the vids this week. Keep up the great work. Thank you. Appreciate that. Hot Shoe is not really here yet. Excuse me. Excuse me again. Martin Adams has been involved with over 10,000 rivets from 1/4 inch to 7/8. Nice. I've been involved with 6 rivets. Nice. Coastal Auto. I'm a certified automotive technician with factory Chrysler training, and I have learned stuff from watching your videos. People that are negative like that are just projecting or confessing jealousy. Oh, I know, bud. I know. Yes, Dodge trucks were called Fargo in Canada, but that was way back. Way back. Yes, Birdsong does have a slightly nicer crapple. I meant to message you. I just dropped a couple bucks on the rest of the parts we need for the crapple engine, and that may be this week's Engine Wednesday, or it'll be more big block dart stuff. I don't know. I'm kind of on a roll right now. I want to keep being on a roll. But anyway, very soon we're going to dig that back out and grind some rings, and there we go. How'd he know that? It was an educated guess. AMC guy forgot it's Sunday. Oh, P stew. P stew. Got it. All right. I'll definitely remember that. Rooster is out. See you later. Jeff Militich emailed me a link to a video on the Little Red Wagon. Yes, and I responded and said, I'm sorry, but I cannot watch this AI voiced garbage. There probably is good info in there. At least I think I wrote that back to you. Someone else sent it to me as well. And I said something to the effect of, I'm sorry, but I can't watch this. I'd rather break my spine in half. So yeah, there you go. Andrew Button says bounce the front end before torquing. Yeah. Todd Denio, Jamie, what was it you said you are trying to find for Perky again? We're working on figuring out a fuel injection pump that will fit. But we'll get there. Brownie Davis says it was an absolute... why can't I read? Also, I thought I made you a mod on here. Anyway. It was almost 80-degree day in Minnesota. Warm weather is probably why less people. That makes sense. Greasebelly Garage hasn't been around much because I moved to a new house. Not recommended, by the way. I don't want to do that anymore. It's National Grilled Cheese Sandwich Day? That's what we're having for dinner. Is it really? Because that's not why we're doing it. It actually is. Wow. Wow. Saying that to my wife. Because it's creepy. Dodge Girl over on the Discord said, I love that you got that Aspen running, Jamie. That was seriously impressive. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah. Idaho Lineman, what did you think of that badass Power Wagon tow truck for sale in Spokane? I thought it was badass and a Power Wagon tow truck, and I thought about driving to Spokane, but I'm not gonna. It's really cool. If it was next door, I'd buy it. Yes, Tony did have Scott on tonight. I know that. I stopped in and said hi. Yeah, I can't listen to that AI crap. I can't do it. Hot Shoe is actually here now. How's it going? Al Sears here. How's it going, Al? 10,000. I was going to say those are rookie numbers. You got to pump those numbers up, but that actually seemed like a lot of rivets to me, so I didn't. Rob Fitch almost made a grilled cheese today. Nice. Canada, eh? Almost made it. My neck hurts. Dart should have 340s or big blocks. Everything else is just good money after bad. 318s are awesome. With approval from the area diesel guides, are you going to take a cut-off wheel to the injection pump? I'm not sure. They said you can, but I don't know if they actually meant you as in me. So I gotta get clarification on that. Old Iron likes Birdsong. Did you know that he's friends on Facebook with someone who's friends with Birdsong on Facebook? It's me. Will B, who is a member, thank you for that, by the way. Looking forward to watching the latest Perky update once the live is over. Awesome. Jeff Militich sent me a video that was older than that. Okay. Did you just send it? Or did I? Whoops. Stop it. Don't do things. I got an email from someone titled, My Idiocy with Doing Things the Hard Way. I like that. Jeff Hutchins does not agree that you have to have weight on control arms to torque them. They will find their natural ride height. Okay, so here's why you don't do that. Rubber bushings. Rubber bushings flex. So the reason you don't torque the pins until there's weight on the car and it's sitting at ride height is because if you torque the pins with the control arms drooped, when you drop the car to ride height, you are pre-stressing the rubber bushing like this. You're putting a twist on it, which is bad. Those bushings are already going to die really fast because that's what they do for fun. But it will be worse if you pre-stress them at ride height. Does that make sense? They're going to flex as you go down the road, but the idea is they're basically sitting at their happy place. So you want, as you're settling the thing to ride height, you want the pin to be loose so it can rotate and allow the bushing to go to ride height, and then it gets torqued. That is why you do that. Now, the opposite of that is also why some drag racers do torque the control arm fasteners with the suspension drooped, because then again, you're putting the preload on the bushing, and it wants to unwind and go back to its happy place, which is wheels up. So it supposedly can help with weight transfer a little bit. Supposedly. If you do not break your spine, I mean, I agree. If you have polyurethane lower control arm bushings, you can completely ignore that advice because the pin moves in the bushing. It's not a press. So it literally doesn't matter. You can torque them whenever, but it's still good practice to do it once everything is settled. Yeah, Rob said, I strongly dislike AI narrated videos, especially since many of them are non-factual. It's not even that. It's, yeah, non-factual, but also just verbose and stupid. It's just like 7 hours longer than it needs to be because they throw in all these random extra words. It's maddening. It's friggin' maddening. But also, AI is trying to take my job. Don't encourage them. Andrew Button does not use rubber bushings and lower control arms. I don't either. I'm all in on the polyurethane. Mark, did you actually acquire a taste for the great PBR? Maybe. I got a hat either way. Verbose? I find the work of Charles Dickens to be verbose, superfluous, something to, whatever. It's a Jeff bit. It's gone now. Yeah, what Cop Car Steve said. Exactly. They're trying to take my gerb. Yeah, believe in yourself. AI could never match your vibe, Jamie. Well, I know that. When did we go high class? Pinkies up, boys. And gals. AI is the only thing worse than reality television. Yeah. Yeah, what Peter said. Speeding tickets are superfluous taxation. I disagree. All Classics has one better than PBR. He drinks hams. Nice. Mohawk is out. Thanks for being here, man. See you later. Dude, seriously, how does no one, like... Yeah, Skynet. We're just inviting them in. Yep. There you go. Redundant. That's the word. I find the writings of Charles Dickens to be redundant, verbose, superfluous, and redundant. Did you just call Charles Dickens redundant? You can't do that, man. I find the works of Charles Dickens to be redundant. Yeah. Department of Redundancy Department. Anyway, yeah, exactly. Exactly. So many big words. We're learning so much. Jebediah Curry says, we drink Coors in Colorado. I drink Coors at Mike's house. Speaking of whom. He said Dickens. Oh yeah, Mark's in Warmland right now. I'll get you some Moosehead. I still have one Barracuda left. Beer-acuda, excuse me. Yep. Is someone using their English lit degree? You should listen to him. He's pre-law. I thought you were pre-med. What's the difference? Wait a second. Wait a second. Should have never left YouTube. Yeah. David Bird loved the update on Perky. Very good. Andrew Button, did Avans have factory poly bushings from the factory? No, they had leaf springs. Yeah. I'm thinking people are really worried about my spine as well. They should be, when I start doing wheelies. But I'm thinking like trophy truck shocks. I got some ideas. Jebediah Curry, I'm planning a trip to Seattle in May. What should I watch out for? Expensive beer? I don't know. Puddles? Oftentimes, when I have to visit Seattle, I will see interesting things on the street. But you see that everywhere, unfortunately. Yeah. Get a seat out of a Kenworth that has shock absorbers. I'm actually planning air suspension seats for the D600. David Bird is headed to bed. Thanks for being here. Appreciate that. Yeah, watch out for flock cameras. They're just tracking your every move. I actually just wrote a song about that. Watch out for... Why would you need to watch out for those? They're fine. Seattle's an hour away from Seattle. Yep. Better than what I was expecting you to say. It's like anywhere else. Traffic sucks. I don't know. Jamie, is the fuel pump you need for Perky the one that splits into 4 lines? I mean, yeah. But specifically, I'm looking for an upgraded injection pump that will fit in the space where the old injection pump lived, so we can actually like compensate for boost and make some actual horsepower. Ray's Speed Shop found another G600 in Alabama. It's white, just like yours. Nice. I don't know if I mentioned this in the last live, but a commenter said, I have a truck just like yours. It was Washington State surplus, or my grandpa does or something. It's black, though. And I said, that's awesome. Send me some pictures. And he did. And it is my truck, but black, and it still has the flatbed on it. But inside, it's orange. It has the same placard. It says, do not tow in the same place, in the same lettering. That's my truck. That one, it got painted black, but you can still see State of Washington on the door. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. B. Leo, Hemi Underglass, do you have any opinion about exhibition cars like that, plus the rollover with Jay Leno? Well, you will have that. The little red wagon was wrecked multiple times. Opinion about exhibition cars? Well, I'm building one, so I guess I think they're cool. Perino's Garage, just learned they're building a Dutch Brothers, he said Dutch Coffee, Dutch Brothers in my town. Are they worth it or stick to Dunkin'? I've never had Dunkin'. They don't have that around here. My brothers are big on Dutch Brothers, but it's important to know that they don't drink coffee. They drink energy beverages. Peter always gets Dutch Brothers. It's coffee. It's fine. How about an improv grilled cheese sandwich song? Grilled cheese sandwich day. Make me a sandwich today. I got nothing. McNugget Garage is out. See you later. Plymouth trucks were called Fargo trucks. Well, Plymouth trucks were called Plymouth trucks. Fargo trucks were called Fargo trucks. Andrew Button says Dutch Bros is much better than Duncan. I defer to you on that. Charlie Chain Drive. Jamie, have you ever looked into a Rusa master injection pump? No, someone said something about them in a comment. It's a rotary. I don't want a rotary. Yeah, Stanodyne. I don't know what the heck is Rusa. I guess it was called Rusa Master. Stanodyne did those for GM's V8 diesels. They also made the stupid module thing that always dies on the 6.5s. I don't want a rotary pump. I want an inline pump. Simple units, there are so many simple injection pumps out there. There have got to be 70 different injection pumps that could do what I need. I need one that fits, and I want one that looks right. Tanner just gets Maxwell House coffee brewed in a coffee pot at home. I made him French press when he was here. It might have put hair on his tongue. Yeah, if you go to Seattle, watch out for Portland. If you go to Portland, watch out for Seattle. Yikes! Wow. Squirrelitis probably lives about halfway between Jamie and downtown Seattle. You know, I was born in Seattle. I think I've mentioned that before. Slater's here. How's it going? Grilled cheese and bacon on it. We were going to put ham on it, but yeah. Oh, we got maple bacon donuts this week. So good. Had my first one ever in Hollywood, California. Also my first iced coffee. Didn't trust it at first, but it was 75 degrees at coffee time, so I got iced coffee and it was good. And now we're here. No, I've never had Dunkin', but I also make my own espresso every single morning. And then I go to a local coffee stand that's very good. Gonna need a lot more PBR. Dodge Swinger 1973 top down chassis low. Grilled cheese on the dashboard. Yeah, man. What's wrong with brewing your own coffee? Nothing. That's what I do for first coffee. Second coffee usually comes from a stand. Coastal Auto Reaction. Door tags on Canadian-built Dodge trucks had Fargo on them a lot longer than people realize. You do know American Dodge truck door tags also said Dodge Plymouth Fargo for like a really long time. The entire tin grill era, I believe. Coffee. Scoop's here. He snuck in. Tim Hortons. Nowhere near here. Would love to someday. Bill was born in Portland a couple years before me. Yeah. Yeah. Peter likes a Golden Eagle half sweet extra shot. And I knew that. It's amazing because it's half sweet till you get to the end. Is there nothing off of Cummins that would work? Well, literally what I said to Area Diesel was, how about a P-Series 4-cylinder Bosch pump? I think that seems about right to me. They said, too big. Will not fit in the space that you have. Yeah. Dead Cougar Garage wants a grilled cheese sandwich. Yeah. Yep. Dodge, Plymouth, Fargo, DeSoto. Okay, that's weird. It says DeSoto on it still in 1978. I forgot that little detail. But yeah, Dodge, Plymouth, Fargo, DeSoto. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. And again, that's on an American truck where Fargo's not a thing. Never was. Chris Nealis loves being a coffee roaster. Jealous. Grease Belly Garage says, they built a Tim Hortons by my house in Florida and it sucks. Them's fighting words with some of them northerners, but... yeah. Jake Erlach admires my perky effort. What's a French press coffee? Hot water and coarse ground coffee grounds in a glass thing about yay big, and you let it stew in there and stir it a few times, and then you press a screen down to get most of the grounds out of it. And I say most. It's not all. Excuse me. Yeah, this time of year, it's iced coffee every single morning. Twice, usually. Yeah, inline pump that fits with enough flow to pull off the turbo needs. I'm telling you, there are plenty of options. There are plenty of turbo 4-cylinder diesels in the world with mechanical pumps, very much like what I'm building. So it exists. It's just, again, that fits. That is the trick. Peter makes instant coffee because there's something wrong with him. Grease Belly Garage is 79. D100 says Fargo on it. Yep. What that is? W13 BF8. That says 78. Yep. Knew that. Yeah. Pretty sure 79 still had it. I don't know about 80. I've never seen an 80. Perino's Garage says Fargo was still on my 80 Ram Charger. Nice. Scoop says, I'm sneaky and Tony's show wasn't ending. Is that why no one's here still? That would make sense. Yeah, they're still hanging out over there. Nice. Right on. I'm going to tell them, you guys can just come join my live. You guys are going to... You could just come join me. go. How about banjo? I do not banjo. No, his truck's yellow. Yeah. I do like that you guys both posted almost the same. That was cool. But yeah, that's that yellow truck. He was posting pictures of that last week, I believe. Did the Plymouth Arrow have a name? Well, yeah, Plymouth Arrow. Mitsubishi, whatever. Belio. Time travel. If you could go back in time and force any one production change in the 50s, 60s, 70s, what would you do? Rust prevention, change engine designs, transmission design, or what? Yeah, let's fix the drainage in the back half of the second generation Charger. Smack everyone at the foundry? Coastal Auto Reaction, I got one for you. Have you ever seen a factory big block in a vehicle built for the 79 model year? In person, no, but I know they exist. I've seen them online. Grilling cheese softly. Grilling cheese softly. Ba-ba-ba. Oh, God. That doesn't sound healthy. Oh, Hot Shoe says, I'd convince Chrysler to use a rear sump oil pan on HP engines. Yeah, but they have to change the steering. Like, Green Jello could have had a big hit with a grilled cheese song. 100%. Midwest Paint Metals here. More calling in the live stream. I could just call him. That would be funny. Toucan, Son of Sam. Scoop's back. Hi, Scoop. How's it going? Oh, Cop Car Steve, what I meant to ask was the Dodge had the Fratzog. Did the Plymouth Arrow symbol have a name? Did they call it the sailing ship? I didn't even know that's what the Plymouth logo was still supposed to look like by the 70s, but I think they called it the... No. Yes? No? I don't know. 1970. Plymouth. Logo. Name. What was the Plymouth logo? Historically anchored by the Mayflower ship. Yeah, I think... yeah, maybe. I don't actually know. It's just like a weird little upside down V thingy. I don't know. Wouldn't an early 80s Ford Ranger Perkins injection pump be a pretty close fit? Excepting, of course, that they're completely different engine families that share nothing, and the pump that I have right now is probably pretty close to the pump on that engine. Sure. Bill says, little pig, let me in. Not by the hair on my chinny chin that I'm huffing, puffing. Yeah, just rig an injection pump to run off a chain drive. Dude, I've thought all the thoughts. Don't, it's fine. Running it backwards isn't, yeah, that's fine. The force is strong with this one. With regards to grilled cheese. Convince Chrysler to give the Slant 6 the Magnum treatment. It's a little late. Why did Jamie sound like Cartman trying to sing? How dare you? That's a full-on Green Jello riff. Yeah. That was Toucan's Son of Sam. Wasn't the logo the flying coffin? I went back to Tony's to watch him read Jamie's message. Did they? There were multiple diesel Dodge trucks before the Cummins finally happened. The Real RD has a pro tip for me. Thanks, bud. How about Smoke on the Water? First song I learned to play. Badly, of course. Not by the hair on my chinny chin chin. Just build a bracket for the pump and make a steering shaft flex joint. Dude, I had that idea. Almost made that joke. Tanner does a mean Three Little Pigs. Nice. What about the freaky heart / arrow they use 67 to 72? That's a cool one. I have it on a hat from 5 Point Parts. When are we going to talk about the Flukerang? We're not. Green Jello, whatever. Pick one. Read the story on Smoke on the Water. Quite interesting. Yeah, something about Frank Zappa and the Mothers and a barn burning down or something. I don't remember. Arcade 2000. Hi, Jamie. My GM points distributor isn't giving me enough mechanical advance. Should be hitting 16 to 20 degrees, only getting 10 when all in. Looks clean. What can I check? Make sure the weights actually move all the way by hand. Make sure it hasn't been modified. Make sure both the springs are still on and it's not like stuck half advanced at rest. A couple ideas, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Could you put the original pump on and put in the new pump internals? It doesn't work that way. The internals, we need a mechanical governor. That's the whole point of this. Chris Greenhill is here now, and that's all that matters. Perino's Garage did perform on stage a few times with Green Jello. I was given a triangle to play. That's 2 people that have played with Green Jello that have been in my live stream comments. I love that. To be fair, though, the list of people that have been in that band is like really long. Mobile Studio Casino Fire. Huh. I never actually learned any songs. Yeah. Yes, the jelly with umlauts over the Y is pronounced jello. Yeah. Got him out of a lawsuit. Love it. That's funny. Vivienne is here and says the Smoke on the Water lyrics, when talking about the origins of the fire, say something stupid with a flare gun. That's not a misprint. Something stupid. That's awesome. .340 Dusters and Demons are amazing. They're the best. The list is long. Very long. Yeah, sticking, not returning all the way. One of the springs fell off. These are all possibilities. And the moral of the story is a bunch of idiots can be easily entertained by a stupid puppet show. Yeah. If you're not getting royalty... Some stupid. I automatically... Some stupid with a flare gun. Got it. I automatically corrected it between eyes and mouth. That's funny. Nice. What were we talking about? I don't even know. Where is our waiter? It's Kevin Nealon. Ba, 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 ba. Tim Palmitter? Palmitter? Got my hands on a 63 361B. I need to find a starter for. Was it a stick truck or something? Because those use weird starters, but a car would be just a starter. Incredible. Flukerang. What the heck is it? Is that what it is? Is that what it's called? If that's what I hate that. Oh, no. The Flukerang. Why did they call it that? That was the forward look symbol. The Plymouth logo is kind of like that, but it's not that. Flukerang. Mercedes 300D, yes. Mechanical Governor, yes. Was it a 4-cylinder? It's the 615 is one of the... OM 615 is one of them. Andrew Button doesn't apparently know how awesome 318s are. 5-speed split rear. Oh, yeah. Okay, heavy duty stuff. Yeah. That's a special starter. Good luck. Yeah. Forward look logo. Flukerang. Okay. All right. I hate that. Paul Watson, did Mopar ever use factory undersized cranks? Yes. Just pulled a 360 apart, had standard rod bearings, 10 mains. Yeah, possible. They actually used goofy sizes too, like 001, 002, 005, and then 10. Yeah. Mark Cornett guy. Buddy got a hold of me working on a 63 Dodge 880, not charging, replaced alternator, no go. It's never the alternator. I suggested the amp gauge wires under the dash. Anything else you can add, Jamie? Yeah, voltage regulator. Like almost definitely. And if not, firewall connector. Wires are toasted. When the amp gauge is dead, it will not have any power to the car anywhere. So it wouldn't start. Good evening, Fort Erie Rocks. How you doing? You know that mixer on its side behind you is pooling electrons. I wouldn't worry about that too much. 318 awesome. Yes, it can be done, but it's good money after bad when the machining cost is the same. When did you try to buy a 340 last? Because piece of garbage seized ones are $2,000 with no heads. And piece of garbage ones that look like they came from the bottom of the ocean that need heads and everything else, while 318s are free. Oh, 340s are around. Yeah, they're around. You know how many 340s I've had in my life? 2. Ooh, I take that back. 3, because I had a low compression 73 one. Have you looked at the Perkins 4203 Cav pump? It's small and lasts forever. Wait, 4.203. That might be what I have. 4.203 is the... Oh, it's that little stupid thing. That's a rotary pump. I don't want that. 4.203 is the engine that replaced my engine, the 4.192. Yeah, I don't want that. Not good enough. Maltese cross on 440 pad. Does it really mean an RV engine? No. DP Wheeler's out. See you later. Yeah, exactly. What Bill said. I can either spend $1,000 on parts or just a 340 block. Brother, they're more than that now. They're not that hard to find. They're a lot shekels more. Angelo Racino, Jamie, forgive my ignorance. Where do I buy DDG shirts and hats? No problem at all. It's shop.deaddodgegarage.com. And I bet McLovin will even put up a link again. Lumpy's here. Nice. Hi, Jamie. Great Wednesday video. I would have bet big money that engine would never turn over and definitely not run. Me too. I wasn't even going to try to turn it over like anytime soon. I was going to pull the rockers. I was going to mess with trying to unseize the lifters and stuff. But I had PB'd the bores the night before, and Peter was like, how do I try to turn this? Well, it's an 1.25 inch socket. Go get a breaker bar. Or he had a regular ratchet handle. And I was like, no, go in this drawer, get the breaker bar, grab that, rock it back and forth. He cranked on the bolt, got it super tight, loosened it, And I was like, no, don't do that. Snug it back down, and then just rock back and forth. You're looking for that tiny bit of movement to turn into a big bit of movement. And he's rocking it back and forth, and he's practically bloodying his knuckles and stuff. And I was like, he's never done this before. I hope that's obvious. Messing with it back and forth, and I'm filming him, and I'm like, well, this is funny. But then I'm looking at the balancer, and I'm like, it's not moving, but it's like shifting, like things are flexing. Like I can see it just that little bit. And I keep watching. And then all of a sudden it's moving like that much. And then it's moving that much. And then it's moving that much. And then it's moving that much. And I'm like, dude, this is going to run. I was not even going to try. Like, not anytime soon would I have thrown a breaker bar on that. The plugs were out. The bores were full of spiders. But it worked. Anyway, don't bet against a 318. That's the lesson. But yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, 318 blocks are free. Bear 340 blocks are at least $1,000. That's what they used to be. Yeah, authenticity is currency now. And I am chock full of that, man. Excuse me. But only for those with true grit. We are chock full of that, man. Excuse me. Prino's Garage is going to do a 318 just Mopar Joe Rock Auto build on his channel soon. Nice. Yeah, that was a good one. Kosher. I think we figured this out last week. Welcome back. Hey, Jamie, 71 Duster. Both front turn signals work, no parking lights. Both front side markers don't work. I've tried more than one bulb. Your front lights aren't grounded. Ground them. I'll bet your turn signals that work are dim, and I'll also bet when you turn your headlights and running lights on, 71, so it's both, your blinkers in the dash are lit up. Right? Ground your front turn signals. Common issue with those. They should have little ground tabs coming off the bottom of the turn signal sockets. Okay. All right. No. 340s everywhere are stupid expensive. 360s are great too. The only sane replacement. I agree, but I love 318s. Yep, if you want to do things on a shoestring budget, you ain't building a 340. Connor Burke, what's your best build car? I'm not sure what that means. Like the best thing I've built on the channel? Garbage can Cuda. 318 harder to kill than a slant. I have found that to be the case. Uncle Duck's 340 high performance would smoke any 360 stock for stock. Well, duh! Why would you even say that? Duh! 340s come from an era when things were actually good. 360s do not. Jake Gerlach, are you road tripping to No Name again this year? I believe I am. It's not a guaranteed deal, but I'm pretty sure I am. Yeah, Old Iron. If Jennings has taught me anything, it's that if it's not blown up, it can spin. Angelo Brasino loved the Dodge Aspen engine revival. Me too. Can DDG use the engine for parts? I want to put that engine in something that's not garbage. We're going to do a teardown on video. Looking forward to it. I need to remember to do a compression check first because I'm really curious. I bet a lot of people are. 360 crank too long and all cast. Yeah, but they can still make 400 horsepower super easily with like all stock bottom end parts. I mean, you need a taller piston, but yeah. They should have made the 360 with a bigger bore and a 318 churnel size. You are a silly man. Plymouth on Plywood. Speaking of electrical problems, how's the book coming along? I'm almost done with chapter 1. I've written like 6,500 words or something. Maybe it's only 6,000. I don't know. Almost done with chapter 1. I still need to get my pictures and stuff together. I have 2.5 weeks to submit my first finished chapter. That revived 318 is the Amazing Spider mag, except it's not a mag. But that's hilarious. Tim Jefferson bought an entire Dart with a 360 that will beat a stock 340, and I paid less than the price of a 340. My man! Tim Harper, y'all got a source for 13-inch tires for a 63 Valiant. Not any good ones. Stephen Andrews, how much are HP's 273s going for? I don't know. Far less than a 340, I'm sure. Leak down, Jamie. Leak down. I'd even come down and do it for you. I do have a leak down tester. It says Snap-on on it, but I don't usually use it. I don't think the leak down result... I don't think it'll mean the same thing to people as a compression number. Well, obviously that's a typo. $30,000 for an 80s slant 6. Perino's Garage is working on getting the 500 subs to go to No Name. Hey, if you're the kind of person that does that, you should hop over and subscribe to Perino's, assuming I'm saying that right, Garage, P-A-R-R-I-N-O-S, Garage, all one word. Go do that. He'll say thank you, I bet. Hot Shoe sees no drawback to larger main journals. Supposedly more frictional loss, but like, it doesn't matter. Boomer says we're here. Where are we? Oh, Tony's finally off. Wow, the viewer number finally went over 200. That's funny. How's everybody doing? Les Schwab can get 13-inch tires. I actually learned that recently. I asked them. Josh Homan's in the house. How's it going? Yeah, Tanner is going to do a 360. Plan to make one Wicked engine with mostly all stock parts. The 360 that's in the Demon that is going in Mark's Dart is that. It is a stock Smog Era 360 with aftermarket pistons, valve springs, and a cam, and an intake and headers, and that's it. And I don't know how many horse ponies it makes, but it's enough. It does really cool stuff in that car, and it's going to do really cool stuff in his car. I've long planned to do a video. Yes, I know Scott was on over at Tony's. I commented a couple times. I've long planned to do a video explaining exactly that, and I wanted to have like real, actual horsepower numbers, but I don't really want to use a dyno. I don't know if I believe in them. So anyway. Bill's leak down tester also says Snap on it. MT-324. Yeah. Yes. Exactly. The MT-324. Except mine, the other side of the case has, or wait. Nope. Sorry. I'm thinking of my Snap-on compression tester. Yeah. That's what I got. Dr. Art's here. Right on time as usual. Jamie and the Perkiettes. Nice. Abaz is back with more tacos. B. Lee out. Chrysler bailout 0809. Did the terms of the bailout back then actually require Chrysler to destroy their big block engine casting cores? I don't know. I've never heard that before. Datsun 280Z 2+2. Nice. Hey, Jamie, just finished rebuilding my 76 Dodge Coronet 318 engine. Service manual for that car is miserable. Your content helped me a lot with the build. I've done 2,000 miles since then. That's awesome. Happy to help. Apparently, Priority Tire has 13s. Les Schwab does. Sam's Club also, I guess. Yeah, there are all kinds of Perkinses out there that are nothing like my Perkins. Les Schwab's 13s are all trailer tires. Well, that sucks. Ooh. Ben Mendoza. Yo, deal of a lifetime. Some guy sold me a Dodge Gasser NV 4500 that has all brand new parts for $700. He thought it was an NPR tranny. All the gears and surfaces were new and shiny. Dude. Nice. Jeff Hutchins says the big block stuff was gone way before then, and I mean, that would have been my guess. But it is important to know that they were still selling Mopar Performance Hemis around that time. And a couple years later, I believe. Oh, Rob's truck has a 360. Interesting. Kerosene Cucumbers. Jamie, would an 88 Model 318 be worth building? Any advice? Yeah, buddy. See my roller cam, the last of the LA engines from last week. Still in Missouri? I'm not in Missouri. I was never in Missouri. Oh, when is no name still in Missouri? Yeah. Yes, correct. September, end of September. Tim Jefferson, got an RV 440 for my tin grill. Maybe I'll leave the 318 in for a while longer. Good thinking, bud. Good thinking. Ooh. Man, I like MT valve covers. That's sick. Yes, Perkins diesels are common in boats. They sure are. Patkins, I always wondered why you call anti-sway bar a sway bar. It's a pretend I said the F word there. Colloquialism. Everyone calls them. Pretend I said more bad words there. Sway bars. Not me. It wasn't my idea. Bite me. Why is my camera slightly out of focus? Google sway bar. Does it correct you to, did you mean anti-sway bar? No, it doesn't. Why are you an idiot, Jamie? Why are you so dumb? Why do you say things stupid? You're next, bud. Yeah, I'm too god darn lazy to say one extra word. It's actually an anti-roll bar. It doesn't control sway. It controls body roll. Why am I being such a dick about this? I don't know. Nice. Not sure when they stopped supplying big blocks to RVs. 1979. There are still RVs with big blocks that were new into like 1980, 1981, but production of the big block ceased in 1978. Hot water heater. We got a cold water heater. Don't even get me started on the amateur. Stabilizer bar. Yeah, there you go. Ooh. Datsun 280Z. With that being said about the Coronet, I just picked up a 72 Imperial LeBaron last Saturday. I've suddenly realized I really like fuselage Chryslers and Imperials. Just need to install the engine. It is original. Do you plan on doing more C-body cars? Yes. Barry Cuda, you're very late. On the plane? Screw you, I'm getting in the plane. Jaybird, any advice on a brake booster solution for a 77 van? New ones don't exist. I don't know. We got a cold water heater. Anti-yaw bar. Uh-oh. You mean the alternator gauge? I got the PBR rage. Sway bars and flat earth, two topics to avoid. For Jamie's safety. He's going to stroke out. Yeah, Bruno's Garage. Looking at the box that says sway bar links for my W150. Thank you. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. Oh, I get so much stupid stuff like that. Like, well, you're actually wrong about everything. Did you know that? If people call a thing a name, that is what that thing is called. It doesn't matter if you think it's the right thing. If people call it that, that is its name. Sorry. Colloquialism. Very important word. Look it up. Read it. Study it. Understand what it means. And don't come back to me with this pretend I said a bad word. Anyway. Don't get me started on Cirques. Kay's here. How's it going, Kay? What is up? Electric Pixie counter. Patrick Swayze bar. Why is there a penguin on the television? Will B's I might twitch with the amateur alternator altmeter thingy. I'm writing a book on classic Chrysler electrical. I'm going to punch old iron tonight. I'm writing a book, and in that book I say, this gauge is called this, but it's important to know that Chrysler never called it this. They called it a bunch of other crap, but never this. At least people stopped saying 3/4 race and full race cams. No, they didn't, dude. Those people are still out there, and they've been in my comment section. Yeah. Jamie, why are you always nearly right? 1972 340 for $4,750. It's not even like that good looking block. Forged crank, great, I guess. J heads, okay. Bush rods, ARP bolts. So it's had some machine work done and stuff. Correct intake, Torque 340 intake, bunch of rebuild stuff, all in pieces. $4,750. God, you could buy a lot of drugs for that much money. Where's the screaming goat? This deserves nothing but the screaming goat. Oh, hi, Brocklow. Not Byron, the other one. Peter really wants to cut the Aspen in half and duct tape it back together. What's on the telly? Looks like a penguin. Johnny Johnson, you always sound like a crybaby in the Perkins videos. Everybody, cover your kids' ears. Cover your kids' ears now. I'm going to give you 5 seconds. Fuck you. Bye. I've had it tonight. I'm done. I am finished. What are we floating across the wish sky? Is it Panhard bar or Panhard bar? And get off my lawn. Yeah. Gorilla tape. Thank you. My sister was going to ban that guy, but she let me do it. That's nice. Remember to breathe. Chat, what was said? A guy said I sounded like a whiny baby in all of my Perky videos. Bite my shiny metal ass. Was a 62 in Mad World? I don't know. There were 59 Plymouth taxis people make sure to tell me about all the time. Actually, not even like just my comments, but Atomic Era Guy just did his 59 Plymouth video. And wouldn't you know it, in the comments, multiple people brought up, it's a mad world. I am Bender. Please insert girder. Tiffany approves. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. Good times. Good times. Could be worse. Could be on fire. All right, I'm going home. I'm hungry. I'm getting hangry. That's probably what's wrong. I ate some chicken nuggets before I came on, but it's a mad world. Those cars, by the way, in that movie, they're not Furies. They're Belvederes. Belvedere taxis. They're also not real taxis. My car's a real taxi. Are you smelling those grilled cheeses? No, I think I got to grill them myself. Grill me a cheese. Yeah, Jamie's had enough. Perky's a frustrating car due to odd parts and zero availability. Not zero, because it was a tractor engine used for many years. Parts do exist, but no one's done what I'm doing. And yeah. Don't live stream angry. For all intents and purposes. Yeah. The Perkins engine has nothing to do with Chrysler. Oh, sorry. I was hungry. I was eating a Snickers. Yeah, a taxi would never be a Fury. Exactly. Time to flash the pedantry definition again. Here we go. Captain Birdman says, huge fan of your channel, but the guy calling you a crybaby wasn't exactly wrong. You won the band too? People always say I'm whining. I think they're just stupid idiots. They don't understand. Some people do not understand inflection or tone at all. They don't I sound stupid to them because I know big words and like my voice has a tone to it. And yeah, people always tell me I was whining. People often tell me words are hard, that I'm whining or I sound whiny or I just complain all the time. Bite my ass. Your world's about to be destroyed. There's no sense being all annoyed. We tried to warn you about the... So long, 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 and thanks for all the fish. That's your song for the night. Yes? Bird Hemi TA. Yeah, you could get 383s in 67. You could get them in 68. You could get them in 69 still, I think. And 440s in 69. To the court! Tanner's never heard any amount of whining in my videos. It makes no sense to me why they would say that. That's exactly it. Like, it's just, yeah. It's not even worth thinking about anymore. Memorial Rifle Range. I think your whole attitude is so much better than mine many times. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, some have never experienced this suck. That's the thing. They've never seen actual reality. They don't understand how stuff actually works. They just, Would it be better if I said we're going to lose the shop 700 times every episode and then got in a fight with all the other people around? Then people would understand. That would make sense. But no, me saying, you don't understand, this is hard, it takes forever, this is all custom work, you're just going to have to be patient, quit whining about it. That's whining. That's complaining. That's crybaby. Yeah. Yeah. You're not yourself when you're hungry. All right. Old Iron will crash out like I just did if one more person says Perky has a Massey Ferguson motor. Well, actually, didn't Massey Ferguson buy Perkins? Didn't they? Wasn't that a thing? Pretty sure that was a thing. Tossed about here like a fluke ring. Tiffany loves the Hitchhiker's Guide. I have the big book. That's all the books together. Yeah. Nice. I see man talking about Dodge. I click. Nice. People just don't understand anything. Come and swap when? In Perky? Never. I will sooner die. Brownie doesn't wear glasses anymore, so he can no longer push them up when saying, well, actually. 42. Okay, I think it's grilled cheese time. All right, Squirrelitis is out. Massey Ferguson bought Perkins in 1959. Thank you. I knew it. Old iron. Yeah. Yeah. So, well, actually. Ooh, yeah, we got to accidentally break a Barracuda rear window. Yeah. No Massey Fergusons came with P4s. Are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure I ordered a Massey Ferguson timing chain. Better make sure. I'm pretty sure I've seen pictures of one. But I don't know. You're the expert. Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the bright side of life. That wasn't quite right. I'm going home. Now go away or I shall taunt you a second time. Wednesday will either be... Have you ever seen a bell housing bolt go into oil? I can beat that. I've seen one go into coolant. Oof. I can whistle. I can whistle real gooder. Wednesday will either be 383 dart stuff or finishing 360 build for Jesh's truck. Excuse me again. Buyer 66, how's it going? Hey Jamie, duh on me not realizing Hastings piston rings were listed in metric oversizes. Why the hell did they list 40 over 318 cylinders at 3.945 inch? That listing I thought it was 3.949. That listing was screwed. It was all wrong. Everything about that listing was wrong. I don't know why, but it was wrong. Right Summit Racing, a strongly worded letter. It might have just been listed for totally the wrong engine, you know. It said it was for 5.2, but maybe it weren't. Anyway, what were we talking about? Oh, yeah. Wednesday. Either 360 build or Keiko Death or 383 dart stuff. Have you dealt with 198s? I've never even seen one. Or wait, have I seen one? I don't think so. I don't think I've ever seen one. Next Sunday will probably be a Hudson Hornet video. Everybody wants a Hudson Hornet video, so that's probably what that's going to be. Unless it's a 55 Plymouth Plaza video. It'll be one of those two. Unless something else happens, you know? Hard to say. But anyway, Jebediah Curry wants to see 360 stuff. Well, it's definitely coming either next week, very soon. I have everything to do it. So, yeah, Hudson Hornet. The white thing up on the lift, you know. Oh, yeah. Peter likes Hornet. Well, let's get it down off the lift tomorrow. Plan. But then we have to build a 360. So I hope you're ready to file some rings, bud. Atomic Era Motors is here. It's that guy. It's the guy with the car like my car. Everybody should go subscribe to Atomic Era Motors if they haven't done that. And tell him that I said, you're cool. Come for the cool cars, stay for the hair. And then we have to have a meeting of the teal, turquoise, mint green 1959 Plymouth 4-doors. Awesome. Very cool. Thanks for dropping in. I'm just about to leave. It's time for the mighty sideburns. Dude, when I cut my hair, when I didn't have a beard, I had sideburns. Now, mind you, they didn't stick out to here. They were just straight down, but they always came to here. And, with this all gone, I still had sideburns. So when I shaved the beard and cut my hair for the 11,000 subscriber thing or whatever, I left the sideburns. And at least a couple commenters were like, what's up with those sideburns? Ugh. They don't get it. My sister put up a link to Atomic Era Motors, but McLovin did it first. Oh, by the way, Jesse, someone tipped me $10 tonight and said, this is for the Jamie to meet Jesse fund. So there you go. Black Den Classic just dropped in from the UK. Also very late because I'm about to leave on the night shift. Buyer66, any Plymouth Savoys ever make it into your realm? My taxi, Perky, is almost a Savoy, but it's actually a taxi package. Very similar. Stephen Andrews is already subscribed to Atomic Era Motors. Multiple people have actually told me about Atomic Era Motors, like in this live stream. Not this one, but in these live streams even. So I'm sure there's already some overlap. But anyway, I'm going to leave now because I am hungry. Tacky package. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. I appreciate it. Yeah, Alex Taylor did that. Cool. That was a 55. Like the Plaza, but with half as many doors. I'm leaving. Thanks for being here in the comments. Thanks for covering your children's ears when I said a bad word that one time. Thanks for getting my Bender reference. Bender Bending Rodriguez. And everybody go enjoy National Grilled Cheese Day. And I will see you in the comment section and next week and on the Discord and hopefully on my merch store. And we'll have the Going Ape shirt out soon. So thank you. Bye. Have a good night. Thank you, Todd. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye. Someone slap Peter. Woo!